Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking about the cost of living crisis. Hello guys and welcome to another video. My name's Mark. Today we... Right, one more time. Hello guys and welcome to another video. My name's Mark, I'm an entrepreneur and property investor, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the cost of living crisis, some things that I think people should be preparing for, how I'm preparing for this, and Tom is here now as my full-time videographer, so the quality of these videos should come up. And Tom, I bought you a present. I got you your 50 mil just like you asked, so there you go. Oh, you're going to film it, are you? Yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm just going to go and do jiu-jitsu. I'm over here in Henley at the Roger Gracie studio. I have a private lesson here once a week and I do a class afterwards. So I'm going to go and get stuck into that, and then we're going to go and talk about the cost of living crisis and what I think people should be doing to prepare and how I'm preparing myself, because I think even for someone like myself who's got quite a broad range of investments, you know, I've got private businesses, I've got property, I've got stocks and shares, I've got funds. Even I'm looking at the current climate going, how can I insulate myself further? So guys, let's talk a little bit about that. But first, let's have some fun with some B-roll. Let's go. Oh. You got the door? Yeah, you good? Whoa! Hello, buddy. How's it going? Okay? Yeah, good to see you. Come on, let's get stuck in.
Very good, James. Very good, James. That's it, Mark. Be stubborn. Be stubborn. Remember, use your core, Mark. Use your core. Breathe, breathe, breathe. There you go.
One arm on the hip. On the hip.
Very good.
That side. No, on the hip.
On the far side.
No, that side.
Now,
the reason is because I can't do.
Drop your legs.
I can't go this way.
There you go. James is a love man. Yeah, time. James, nice man. Very good. Yeah?
I'm going to feel it tomorrow.
You've only done one round.
I know.
What do you fancy?
I don't actually know, but I might have.
Croissant, cinnamon bun, pan and raisin? Croissant?
That's what I've got.
Do you want a coffee?
Thank you, go straight through it.
Or apple juice or anything?
I've got water in the car.
Cool. You are going to survive the cost of living crisis, I'll tell you that right now. And 2 cinnamon buns, which I'll take home for my wife. So, those ones in the bag, please. Wow, you sound so sarcastic.
Thank you very much.
I'll make sure to get your car details.
Yeah, do, please. Where do you want to sit? Over here?
Can I still record anyway, or not?
Oh, no. You might add in some of the conversation, mightn't you?
It could just be kind of its own little B-roll, or time-lapse or whatever.
So I think what we should do now is just film a little bit to camera about the cost of living crisis. I think it's too busy here to do it all.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do is finish it off on Monday in the studio, and just literally, maybe we just decide that here and just go, look, it's too busy, let's film it. Maybe we use what I'm saying right now. The first thing I would say though is cut expenses, and going to expensive cafes where you're going to spend 15 quid on a, what was it, 13 quid on a couple of croissants and a cinnamon bun isn't necessarily the best thing that you can do. But as I said to Tom earlier, I did use only dividend income. So I wasn't using any money that I'd earned, it was just dividend income. So guys, let's go to the studio, I'll write it up all on the board and we'll be able to see it. a bit clearer. Let's go. So guys, you meet me back at the office. It's Monday today, isn't it, Tom? I sounded a bit confused there. We're now going to go through the cost of living and how to survive it. But I think in this video, we're going to be a bit more inspiring than that. We're going to talk about how to thrive in this, how to make money with this opportunity that's in front of us. And I really do see it that way. I see this as an opportunity. Stock markets are crashing 25% down. Interest rates are rising. People are being put on the back foot. So what we want to do, or certainly what I want to do as an investor, is get on the front foot. I want to make sure that I've got as much cash so that I can deploy into a market that's already down. And when you consider that bear markets normally only last between 12 and 18 months, we've only got a short window in order to make these opportunities in order to make money out of these opportunities. So the first thing on my list is to cut expenses. Now, I'm a big believer in cutting expenses because it means that this is post-tax money. So for example, the croissants that we had, me and Tom, earlier on in this video, were 15 quid. Now, if you considered that I had to pay tax on that money before it came to me, it was actually 25 pounds. So I believe in cutting expenses as a really good place to start. And most people can find easily, I believe, between 100 and 200 £200 a month of savings by looking at takeaways, subscriptions. I mean, nights out and date nights I've put on there. Me and my wife, we've recently had a 4th child. We couldn't really go out, so what we started doing was having date nights in. So we'd watch a film, but we would make it special. We'd get popcorn, we'd have a chalkboard with the name of the thing, we'd dress the room up. It would be really, really nice. It doesn't need to be expensive. And instead of it maybe costing us £100 to go out to the cinema, get some food, maybe we cooked some food and we had the night in watching a film on the TV, and it was £10, £12, something like that. So I'm sure that most people, if you go through your bank statements and be honest with yourself, this is what I always am, I look through my bank statements and I'm honest with myself. I know when I've spent a bit more money than I was supposed to. It's very obvious. So £100 to £200 I think most people can find. I would hope certainly, and I'm going to do this when I get home tonight, I'm hoping that I'm going to find £500 and just go, look, let's tighten up on these things and hopefully we can be in a better position facing what it is. I don't think it's an exaggeration to call it a crisis. Increasing income, that's my second thing on this list. Side hustles, better jobs, more hours, all these sort of things increase your income. Now, I'm going to use what I know as an example, okay? And the things that I know are going to be YouTube, and I do earn some income from my YouTube channel. And also, I'm going to talk about my taxi business, because anybody could come and drive a taxi. So if you were going to drive a taxi and do Friday, Saturday night, let's say you're going to do 10 to 12 hours. I'm going to stretch the boat out, actually. I'm going to say you're going to do 12 hours. I'm going to say you're actually going to really smash it. You're going to do from 4 till 4 on both of those nights, Friday and Saturday nights. So you're going to do 24 hours at about £13.50 an hour, which is roughly the take home plus tips. You probably get another £1 an hour in tips, so let's say £14.50 total. So Tom, can you do me a quick calculation of 24 times £14.50?
348.
348, and can you do that times 4.3?
1496.
1496. So if you just gave up your Friday and Saturday night and drove a taxi, I mean, this is why we have so many people who do it. It's an extra 1,500 quid a month. And I can't exaggerate the amount of people that I have working for me that work a full-time job, maybe earning 30, 35, 40 grand, and then come and earn an extra 18 to 20 grand driving a taxi on a Friday and Saturday night. It's something that we see all the time. But that's a great example of how you can add a significant, I was talking like 200, 600, 1,500 extra pounds a month by giving up 2 nights a week. Obviously, most people won't. And that's why the opportunity exists for the people that will. So the last part of this, so you've cut your expenses as much as you can, you've increased your income as much as you can, and maybe you've managed to create a spread of about £1,000 a month. Where are you going to put it? How are you going to start deploying it? Well, I'm a big believer in low-cost index funds, as you know. I also think that right now is a sensible time to have some cash on the sidelines. And when it comes to property, I think there's going to be some great opportunities ahead. They're not here today. Tom, put up the graph of property prices versus stock market. As you can see on that graph, the property prices quite often lag any drop in stock markets. And the reason is that stock markets are very easy to sell. You can just click onto your account and sell right now. So supply and demand acts instantly. Property, on the other hand, you've got to put it on the market. You've got to have people come around and have a look at it. You've got to then take offers. You've got to do all of these actions in order to sell it. Then that person maybe has to get a mortgage. Surveyors have to come round. So property prices tend to lag 6 to 12 months behind the stock market, and they also tend to not drop as severely. If you look in the past, traditionally a big property crash is anything up to 15%. Like 2008, it was 15% in 12 months, and that was considered one of the largest drops ever. Stocks, 25%, no problem. They've done that this year. What do I think property could happen? 10, 15%? Certainly possible. I also think it's certainly possible that the banks will step in, central banks that is, lower interest rates, support with better fiscal policy and monetary policy in order to accommodate people out of this crisis quite quickly. So I also see potentially zero drop. But I still think you can be in the best possible financial position so that you're not relying on central bankers for your future. The other thing I put on here for the first time for a long time is fixed income. If you look at some of the fixed income funds, maybe like in HL, the Legal and General's index, inflation-linked index bond fund, that's currently paying about 5-6%. And remember, if interest rates drop, the value of the fund's going to increase. So bonds correlate conversely to interest rates because of the coupon rate. I'll do another video on that, but all you need to know is if interest rates do drop and the Bank of England does become more accommodative, then you're going to look at the price of that fund going up, and your yield at 5% is going to look fantastic. So I think there's some opportunities in fixed income. If it was me though, broad index funds, bit of cash on the side, get ready for property, negotiate some deals if you can. I think there's opportunity out there. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've massively enjoyed putting it together. As always, like and subscribe. There's going to be so much more content coming your way. Tom's here full time now. We're going to produce lots of stuff for you. And guys, I can't wait to see you on the next video. See you soon. Cheers, guys.